Hello friends, today we are going to listen a story, The Three Brilliant Magicians. On the outskirts of a small village bordered with dense forest, there lived three talented magicians who were also the best of friends. They lived near the forest but for some reason had never ventured inside it. One fine sunny day, they decided to go on an adventure trip and explore the forest. While the first ray of the sun casting a golden glow on the verdant countryside, they took a chariot along with charioteer and excited set out of their journey. As the chariot entered the dense forest and moved deeper into it, the early morning brightness and the sound of the village were suddenly lost in the eerie silence and the thick foliage. As the shadow lengthened with the approaching dusk, the magicians were earlier chanting and flocking throughout the trip. Stopped talking, realizing the danger of moving further into the forest. They decided to wait till the morning and pitched a tent under a tree for the night. At daybreak, the magician could feel the warm rays of sunlight peering from between the branches of the trees, casting their glow all around. They woke up to the sound of the chirping of the birds. Soon, the three magicians instructed the charioteer to venture deeper into the forest. The sunlight filtering to the canopy of trees has created a surreal atmosphere, and the forest looked enchanting as well as mysterious. The magician was stunned by the eternal scene created by Mother Nature and were lost in admiration. However, suddenly one wheel of their chariot struck something hard, making it lurch wildly. Thinking it to be a large rock, the magician jumped out of the chariot to remove it from under the wheel. But an ear shattering shriek escaped their lips at the sight that met their eyes. Under the wheel of the chariot, now tilted to one side, they saw the skeleton remains of a dead tiger. Relieved, the magician said a quick prayer. Thank God it is not a live tiger, otherwise, we would have become his breakfast. One of them explained in relief. The sight of a dead tiger suddenly made them boastful of their magical powers and brimming with confidence. They started bragging. One of them said proudly, with my magic, I can put flesh and skin on this dead tiger. Hearing this, the second magician shot back, if you can do that, my friend, then with my magic, I can make the blood flow inside the animal's veins. On hearing this, the third magician could not contain his excitement and, not wanting to be outdone, interjected, if you too can actually accomplish what you claim, then I'll bring the dead animal back to life with my magic. Hearing the three magicians, the poor, uneducated charioteer became alarmed. He was well aware of the consciousness of what the magicians were planning and pleaded with them in a nervous tone. O skilled magicians, even if you can do what you can claim to, it is imprudent to indulge in such rash behavior. I am sure you will find countless other opportunities to prove your skills. So why experiment with this dead tiger? The three conceited magicians, who were now determined to display the power of their magic to each other, laughed disdainfully at the charioteer and humiliated him, calling him a coward. The poor charioteer had no choice but to quietly watch the drama unfold from a distance. Meanwhile, just as he had proudly declared, the first magician came forward and with his magical skills covered the skeleton remains of the tiger with flesh and skin. The charioteer instantly stiffened with trepidation on seeing this. It was now the turn of the second magician. As he had announced, he used the power of his magic and infused blood in the animal's veins. The charioteer, though speechless, became alert. His survival instinct took over and his hair stood on end in ear. He was smart enough to understand his gut feeling, so before the third magician could display the prowess, he hopped onto the chariot and fled from the scene. The third magician stood near the tiger, which was now covered with flesh and skin and also had blood flowing in its veins. The first two magicians were beaming with pride after proving their mettle. Now it was the turn of the third magician to display his skill. So, without wasting a moment, he breathed life into the animal's body. Lo and behold, to the glee of the third magician, the dead tiger stood on its paws and roared with life. But little did the foolish magician realize that they had just sounded a death knell for themselves. The tiger, which had been dead for so many years, was ravenously hungry. So, what did it do? Even as the three arrogant magicians were basking in the glory of their feat, it pronounced upon them and globbed them up in a giff. Moral of the story: you must clearly understand the difference between being brilliant and intelligent in life. By merely studying, seeing, hearing, and understanding, a person may become brilliant, whereas human intelligence is inborn. It is natural and one of the centers of the power of human mind. You must always remember that to be happy and successful in life, one requires 90% intelligence and only 10% brilliance. Unfortunately, in the case of most human beings, the proportion of intelligence and brilliance is inverse to what is required, and this is the main reason leading to human being failures. Now you are sensible enough to understand whether you need to enhance your intelligence or brilliance. You have this example right before you to learn from. The magicians were brilliant but were devoured by the tiger. The charioteer, on the other hand, though uneducated, was intelligent, hence fled the scene before a mishap could occur. So you must realize that more often than not, brilliance without intelligence can put you in grave trouble. Thank you.